Hey everyone, my name is Kabi and today I'm going to offer you to watch the 2v2 game. We recently had a 2v2 tournament in the community, so we watched a bunch. Probably we are gonna think about hosting tournaments one after one and so cycle between the mods, between the duels and team games, and in order to probably support that direction a little bit, and also just in order to show you and watch a cool game that happened between the players. This time around I opted for this mode, so this is pretty much the 2v2 ranked, and we have the red team against the blue team, which I usually call the teams in 2v2 mode, because one of the team has the warm colors and the other has the cool colors, cold colors. So it is green and blue against red and orange, and in the bottom left the green player, his name is Nulfik, playing the light faction, and his teammate is also the light faction. His name is Eagle82. So we're gonna call him just Eagle, I believe, or just the blue player as well. So in the top right corner, as the orange light player, appears AS16. I guess we're gonna call him orange because AS is not that can be pronounced quickly, I guess. And the top left player, as the red and the only dark faction player here, is Dominator, who's now rebranded himself to Domina. I'm not sure if this is even the word in English, by the way, but in the Russian pronouncement we mean the board game by this, and I was too lazy to Google in advance, so anyway, we're gonna call him Domina, and let's see what players are about to play. So Nelfik obviously go in the Elven tree, a little bit late with his Altar of Heroes, but not floating all too high on resources. His teammate Eagle seems to be going pretty much the same thing, and the orange player, I believe, going dwarves. Oh, well, actually I don't really know, because we can see two racks along with the Dwarven Forge, but also the Elven Tree, so this seems to me like you gonna go dwarves, but at the same time you wanna be protected from the air. I'm not sure how Baron is not convenient enough, but actually if both the light player go copters, probably you're not gonna be fine with just sheer Baron, but this player might be as well going after having stuff he likes, you know, just maybe about playing the Warsmith and the archers, or just mixing things the way he feels right now. It is quite a usual thing for the beginners, I believe. So what about Domino? He plays Orc Tech without any Goblin Lab, which is pretty much the thing lately, because players like to go Wolf Riders along with the Alchemist. I'm not sure about 2v2, but in one-on-one it's pretty much the meta style right now, because that is the very dominant style in the early and the mid game as well. But not the case in this one, because Domino just goes straight into the third tier, just having his 4 units on the map along with the hero. And the players advance to fight for the chests, which are about to pop up in the 15 seconds now. And see how the different players appear to have the same strategy, the same strategical approach, creeping the chests with the towers, but actually the orange player placed his tower very far. He seemed to be rather capturing the spot to defend both him and his teammate, which is actually a nice thing to do, but the chest was after the back of this position, so obviously the blue player acquired the chest. And so did green, I believe. I didn't really pay attention, but it seemed to me that Domino was not really in position. Probably that's not correct, but we see the blue team. Oh, that was actually the mana tower, not the light magic tower. Oh well, he didn't really place the battle tower there. He was just protecting himself from the scrolls, but in fact with the new scrolls economy you can't really use much without getting the mana well. But anyways, now the blue team is trying to push the orange player into the ground, and Domino is about to help him, but he doesn't have much because he is up to the third tier, upgrading his stuff to the zombies all the way up to that favorable tech, but it is still far from being ready. And now orange player is deep in trouble. He's trying to pull back. Oh, that is actually the blue princess, so... Alright, orange player didn't have any heroes around. Trying to use his warsmith, but they're vulnerable to the piercing damage, and even their high armor can't help. Many crit from the green archers. Not sure what gear they have. Probably some fancy set, but anyway, warsmith go down and the chieftain grok goes down, and the orange player is in a heap of trouble right now. Domino's reinforcing this position with the AX Masters. Also one goon trying to secure the position of the feather chest. Domino tries to micro his stuff to at least get a spirit, but that spirit didn't do much. I lost all the spirit's time. Domino did, probably not experienced. Actually, he played a lot of archer style, but I'm not sure why he doesn't really feel the timing of the spirit usage. So in the meantime, look what the blue player do. What does the blue player do? He builds the artillery tower in the midst of the mining line of the orange player, and the poor orange guy can't do anything to protect himself from that. Very nice active ability usage from the Domino, stunning the princess, but the princess has been healed by the 4 healers, so that's quite something. Eater tries to survive. That one has incredible amount of regeneration, so needs a couple of time to be back in shape. But princess used the crit on him, so the Eater goes down, and at the same time the artillery tower being a very strong in this position, killing all the workers, killing the archers. But Domino's heroes do a great job. Also the sharp thorns, those didn't do much though, because healers are healing themselves really quickly. And now the chieftain tries to find a place to use the ability, it seems, but not using it just yet, probably actually not ready. We can see it looking on the hero, and so doesn't the enemies. They can't really figure out if the ability is ready or not, so whether the chieftain goes on you, you wanna retreat, but at the same time you can't be really sure that he's about to use the active ability and has it ready yet. Alright, now Domino received his zombies, so trying to make a snowball effect on those archers, but see how many healers does the blue team have. And at the same time, orange player is barely in the play. Just has the 3 units and 1 worker. Zombies do a great job slowing down the princess, so the princess actually has been killed. Zombies can't make more zombies yet. Eater seems to be patrolling the wrong spot. This is of course the downside of our UX right now. We don't really show the chest spots when the chests are not ready yet. This is of course in the background, in the backlog, and gonna be made someday. Not very high priority, to be honest. So orange player sees that he's still in the game somehow. So trying to get back his mining line, hiring more workers. 1 healer trying to actually heal all the stuff around. And here comes the first mana well. The blue team gonna do the first elemental. Not having really a lot of units to work with. For some reason the guys don't really spend the resources, but it seems that the green guy, who is Nelfic, is about to take up to the bikers. And what about Eagle? I'm not sure what he's gonna play. He's actually adding the wind mages, being to 2 in the elephant tech. And that's pretty much it for now, but he's also upgrading the second tracks. Whether he'd be getting the Dwarven Forge too, that could mean the snipers, but right now it rather looks to me like a guardsman. I'm not sure though why you would want guardsmen. Nobody seemed to be playing the cavalry, but whatever. Guardsmen still the fine units. We're gonna rework them soon. We're already making the piercing animation. So what we are about to try is to give them a piercing attack the 2 cells long, so they will be a long-ranged melee units. So that's something we have in mind for the upcoming month, I guess. But now Domino tried to help his teammate with the Tower of the Dark Magic, and that tower got the Baron active ability on it, and even though it was immediately killed, it is actually a nice thing that Baron didn't ult on the units, because units still alive, dealing damage. Eater stuns the princess, so princess receives incredible amount of damage from the X-Masters, who got the fastest attack speed. Not sure if you're aware, but probably you are, that X-Masters are attacking faster, starting from the 3rd attack already. So they really want to attack the same target for quite a while. Not really quite a while, but for some time. So when they can stick to the same target, they are most effective. So now the combined army of the dark team, of the red team rather, seems to do a great job against the light assault, but that was the lights trying to take down the orange player. But what did they pull back a little bit? So they have still this tower position in the precisely correct place, securing the mana well, or actually not securing the poor blue princess who's about to go down. And it seems that I was right about the guardsman, but Bombardier is still alive, so Eater just escapes, pulling back to survive. The healers can't help because they can't heal undead, but they can heal orcs. And now all the 3 chests pop up at the same time, and that means that the red team is still in trouble because they don't get a single chest on this 15th minute mark, and that means that they're gonna be even deeper in the game. And the only good news so far is that Domino is maxed out on the 3rd tier, but what about the bad news is that they are not ready to take up to the further army supply, because Domino doesn't have the 2nd tower of mana, so he can't take up to the 4th citadel, and that means that he can't get the 4th Pixie, and that means that he's kept on the 98 foot, which is not really a great thing, a great position to be in. Not sure what this worker was about. Probably the blue team was gonna build another tower closer to the enemy position, but now I'd say that the red team has the great angle, but probably not anymore, because quite a bit of biker come into play, and if the blue team could use a good snowstorm right now, that would be pretty much the game right here, right now. But I can't, because they are not that high on the mana, but one of the players could make use of Meteorite, for example, or probably the defense scroll, but it seems that Nelfic was just too excited, a little bit too excited with the engagement going on, so entirely forgot about the scrolls, didn't use any, so his mana limit just not really lost in vain, but not used in vain, if you may accept this shape of wording. But anyways, everything's been revealed for Nelfic, because he's showing himself and to his teammate this battlefield position. Alright, so now the red army is pulling back. Zombie not really on time to the action. And Domino added the 2nd Rex, looking for the opportunity to produce more units at the same time, because once you're supply blocked, you wanna at least have an opportunity to trade and reproduce. You don't really always have to rush the 4th tier. Oh, that castle is somewhat an edifice. That is the new model we introduced just recently, and it is huge at the 4th tier, but at least you can't misread, because previously, well, I didn't really misread if I'm an experienced player, because the 4th castle had higher walls, but at the same time, if I'm someone who's looking on that like for the 1st or 2nd time, I could be misled with that, because the castle 3 was really a big building already. So you could think like that is the 4th tier. Not anymore, I guess, because that is somewhat a building. Alright, only one player so far is up to the 4th tier, but still not using it, because Nelfic didn't build a 4th farm. So actually the castle doesn't give him any advantage. At the same time, Eagle received the new tech, which is the snipers. I mentioned them like 5 minutes ago. And now the blue team has somewhat a technology. I don't really like it how Nelfic is floating high on resources. Not that. Okay, the farm added now. So they have bikers, they have heroes, they have snipers, and even the wind mages. So the army is good. They're still missing the other Tower of Mana to be able to use the snowstorm. But I can use all the other scrolls. such as the defense. I'm not even sure what else. Well, meteorite is still a thing, of course. Right, so orange player trying to secure the better way. Secure its base, adding the second tower. Adding the Tower of Mana. He was actually very low on mana. Only on one tower. Alright, the red team not gonna let blues create a tower on top of the base. Great meteorite out of the eagle's pocket. And now you don't really wanna continue this fight. Baron does a decent active ability, killing the next masters. Chieftain also goes down because snipers deal with the heroes really quickly. And at the same time, the green player created a couple of towers in the middle of the map, so slowly but surely the red team's being pulled back to their positions, securing it that they are not gonna get any chests in this game, as well as no mana wells. And another round of the blue team attacking. Advancing on this position, snipers kill the Tower of Light Magic like immediately. Tower of Dwarfs go down as well, and the orange player is in a heap of trouble. At the same time, Domino killed the mid towers with no challenge. And the zombies? Oh, that sniper wasn't really killed by the zombies, so no new zombie. But look at those healers! Oh, sweeties! You're gonna be very helpful for the undead faction. Any minute. Oh, actually, not a single healer was killed from the zombie. Probably the first one right now. Guess the other were killed from something else, so didn't turn into zombies, but anyways, the Eater uses his ability. Princess is about to go down. Chieftain's very helpful. Baron is very low, and zombies not gonna let him retreat because they had the slowing effect. A few green units still here in the mining line. Workers fight the biker. Can't really make it because biker doesn't have a blind zone. Can't even shoot straight in front of him. Unlike Bombardier or Ballista. Actually, Sniper can shoot straight in front of him too. And Domino's gonna clear this. Once again, here comes the Magic Blast. One zombie goes down. But Domino still always almost maxed out. One more. I'm not sure what about those meteorites. I didn't really see it falling, unless so that effect where the scroll was prepared. I'm not sure if that is... Alright, what's happening? It is not a scroll, right? It is just some visual bug. I'm not sure. I'm not aware of this. It is something new, I believe, but I have slightly old game client right now, so that might be outdated, so I'm not gonna report. But if you guys face something like this on the latest version, then let us know on the Facebook or in the Discord, on Telegram, or wherever you may want to join us, or even here on YouTube in the comments. We don't really have support everywhere, but at least we can make something done with this info. But alright, now Domino receives the meteorite, the true meteorite this time. On top of his X-Masters, one of them goes down. Here starts the fight. X-Masters keep attacking the guardsmen, kill a couple. it reuses the ability stun the princess once again. Also, the biker goes under the stun. Chieftain uses all his attacking ability on the princess, so the girl goes down. The biker goes down as well. The green player turned into the snipers too, switched into the snipers along with the bikers. Not sure if that is a good combo actually, because bikers are extremely mobile army and the snipers are extremely unmobile, so they don't really synergize greatly. Apart from the fact if you just wanna use bikers like a better archers, which might actually be the case, but not like really against Dark, because the Dark has the sharp thorns scroll, so they don't really have many magic damage under the belt. So there's really no reason why you don't wanna use archers, I think, but what magic damage the Dark has is just the Chieftain's active ability and pretty much that's it. But anyways, bikers. Dwarves are cool, right? So bikers are awesome. They're just really convenient when you micro. Sometimes you feel like you can't really do much with your archers if you're a little bit out of tempo. And bikers don't really do that, but their damage not as great either, so they are not like damage dealers of 18th level. They're rather about surviving, but they can't survive right now because those X-Masters, they don't really excuse the mistakes. All the biker go down. Not sure why they were floating around this army. It seems like the blue team should have pulled back. The orange is not even participating. Those fake meteorites keep happening, by the way. That is funny. I don't really fond of that, but that is just a funny thing to see. So it seems that when someone uses a meteorite, it keeps showing until they use it in the other spot. So that's pretty much what we see. Probably actually every other meteorite keep fake falling. We might call it that, I believe. Alright, so an alchemist's been added, and now the Dark units feel significantly better because of the healing. But I'm not sure if they feel that great. The Chieftain's about to go down because he's very exposed. Also under attack of the princess and the biker, but the biker went all too far. Was too excited. Alright, so I believe that the alchemist must be in production, which is actually the case. Dominos adding the zombies again, and he's up to 2 Dark Gates, so he has 2 and 2, and now Workshop, but also the Altar of Heroes. Not sure if you can really call this 2-2-1, but it is just 2-2 production. And he can really make it fast, and that pays out, because he's really outproducing his enemies. Controlling great. Keeps using his recovery scroll. It is actually a funny thing because Dominos always using the recovery scroll in the fights instead of circle of power or whatever you may think of. No ring of fire, no nothing, just recovery. We didn't really mean it to be used like this. I'm not sure, but probably we're gonna nerf the recovery scroll. But that is not really certain, it is just my assumption, just my thinking. We are gonna announce it when we are ready, but probably not earlier than the next tournament. Anyways, even the orange player arrived to the party, and it seems that the red team, after barely surviving for the first 20 minutes, found a way to come back when Domino destroyed the towers in the middle and gave a great fight in the middle after that. Just taking his opponents one after one. They weren't able to take a common fight against the red player, and those mutual actions is something they really missed, because he took one, then he took the other, and now it seems that he's about to finish off the game. The green player tries to save the day though, and now comes the circle of power, the trademark Domino's action, trying to take down the main building under the circle of power, but actually he also destroyed a couple of the other buildings, so the castle's still there, but he killed all the armies, so it is even more important. And of course, the game is about to be done with this, so that was somewhat a comeback from the red team. I hope you guys enjoy that, and make sure that you don't surrender too early in the 2v2 game, where if you are the orange player, you were almost dead, but your teammate may always come on top when he has a time to work with and to collect his strongest army. And that is what Domino did, and that paid off. So that's it for today. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you for watching. Make sure to sub to the channel so that you don't miss the further one, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.